Hello everyone, good evening. I am Dr. Gururaj and authorized Bible trainer, Meridian Guasa Foundation president, and I am also a Meridian therapist. And also, I do a lot of trainings in pertaining to Bible, etc. Bible, its interpretations, etc. So, with the vast experience of a Bible knowledge and also the therapeutic clinical practices. So we have developed a application which can give you intrinsic high quality interpretation of your Bible reports. So I just wanted to show you how this platform works, right? So first and foremost, when you sign up with us, so we will be providing you the necessary um, scripts, right? So you have to open your latest Bible application. And once your latest application is open, you can usually in our application, we have designed it in such a way that it analyzes 3 scans. Minimum of 3 scans is required for the analysis to complete, right? So you can choose any 3 scans, concurrent scans of the patient, and then open the console, and you have to just open our JS file. So you have the complete code, just run it. So you get all the data in a structured form, and then the work here is completed. Okay, it's so easy. All 3 scans data has been taken, and then you have to come to our website, right? That's the app. So just open the app. Here, this app is highly customizable to clinical practice. First thing, you can choose your logo, which will get saved automatically. So next time it opens, you don't need to reselect that. So please choose your logo, clinical logo. It makes a very good branding. Then this is AI assisted. So majority of the interpretation is guided by AI. Of course, the rules for the interpretation, what has to be done, has been provided by us. Then next step is very simple. You load the patient name, very important, the age. One of the salient features of this particular launcher for the application is you can generate report in any language you want. There is no limits, and because there are many languages in the world, so we did not create any selection here. For example, English is default. If you want Spanish, you can just write Spanish there. Along with Spanish, if you want Russian, you can write Russian, or any other languages. If you want in our India regional languages, you can write the regional language name, right? Or you want any language, there is no barrier. You can give it there, and it's better if you have only 2 languages. Okay, too many languages, it will cluster the report. The report will become highly crowded. So let's look at for the English now, right? And I will also show you how it's going to generate for any other language. Now, whatever data we have copied from Bible, you need to paste it here, right? And then click on Generate Interpretation. So the moment you click on Generate Interpretation, it will guide us to a customized GPT, right? You don't need to be logged in. You don't need to have an account depending on your, patient flow. If you have high patient flow, then you can take a very limited account in ChatGPT. Otherwise, it's fine. So I just paste the data. what I got from my application now. It has added certain fields which is required. Then I simply give the input to GPT. GPT then calculates and gives us the complete format of the report. It is not only simply duplicating the values. Remember that it is interpretation. It is interpreting the report. So all the three reports what you have given, the each and every sector values are being verified, cross-checked, and then a probable interpretation is drawn by the GPT. Okay, and this is how it keeps doing its work. You see, it keeps the placeholder like that. First thing, it says after looking into the value, where are the things which are affected? So all these categories it's going to look into, and it's going to give us the complete interpretation. Let's see, it's giving us the full interpretation here, and it is not fixed. Okay, we have not fixed anything in the application. So based on the values, the interpretations are driven by artificial intelligence, right? Now you have the entire things, and when you have the entire report, uh, placeholders completed, then what you have a button called as copy response, right? Because you cannot directly take it from the GPT interface to any other interface. If you use a API, you can do that. We have not used the API here. So you can just copy this, right? Now it's in your clipboard. Come back to your application and then simply click on generate report. There is a button called as generate report. The moment you click that, there you go. You have the entire report which is generated. Now let me tell you, this is not duplication of value. It is complete interpretation, what is being done. And if you can just see the few words here, um, final status is brown. So this coloration we have taken from the previous version of Bible, where in the analysis tab we had the coloring. If you remember, the green, yellow, brown, and red color, depending on the average deviation and strong deviations. It's all based on that. So in this particular condition, it is a moderate deviation because of which the brown color has come. Then it gives multiple reproducible energy patterns were observed across the scans. The findings suggest coordinated, adapted stress involving structural support, internal regulation, and energy distribution system. Patterns appeared most consistently within Quadra 3. This Quadra 3 is a meridian application. So if you understand what is Quadra Meridian Diagnosis, so based on that, it calculates the quadra, and it says quadra 3 indicating repeated functional involvement across gallbladder, liver, heart, small intestine, meridian relationships, and supportive attention where you have to give the therapy towards recovery balance, restorative routines, digestion, emotional regulation, physical stability may be beneficial for this patient. And if you see here, it's also telling which particular quadra is repeating in all the three scans. So this we call it as Q3, means the third quadra is affected. So that itself is enough for a meridian therapist. That itself is enough to understand where to focus. Okay. Then you have findings, all the findings from all the sections, and then you get the detailed report with the table with their interpretation, including complete meridian table with the interpretation of that. It's an interpretation. It is not simply analyzing and giving you the values. Energy patterns show clustering around digestion, regulation, structural adaptation, and emotional balance pathways. Stomach and spleen reproducibility may correlate with digestive sensitivity, irregular appetite patterns, or reduced energy stability. Gallbladder and liver repeatedly may reflect adaptive response linked with stress handling, decision fatigue, or internal tension. Urinary bladder reproducibility may correlate with prolonged physical strain, lower back adaptive stress, fatigue related competency. It's complete giving you which are the areas in the body which can get affected, etc. So you have one of the most powerful analysis diagnosis now incorporated in the reports. That's called as a Quadra analysis. So it will look into all the three scans and find out which is the quadra which is repeating. And if it is repeating in all the three, we say strong reproducibility across all three scans. So Quadra 3 demonstrated the strongest reproducibility adaptive involvement across all three scans. This pattern may reflect interconnected functional stress involving emotional regulation, digestion, energy flow, adaptive resilience, etc. So and so. So it gives you the complete reports of that. Then it analyzes the chakras, right? What about what is the uh, size of the chakra? What is the energy it's carrying? What is the alignment? And also the asymmetry. So it's going to analyze and give you the interpretation of that. And right and left energy patterns, especially connected with your sympathetic and parasympathetic. So you have them side by side, right and left, and autonomic balance interpretation. Personalized energy response. So supportive attention towards physical recovery, digestion balance, and emotional relaxation may help improve the adaptive stability. Regular hydration is required, gentle movement practices, and consistent sleep timing may support energy regulation in the body. And of course, it just gives you the clue of what you're supposed to do, right? Then it also talks about the emotional expression and commonly observed experiences. So with this type of a scan, what are the possible, you can say, symptoms in the person? Possible experiences may include lower back heaviness, physical fatigueness or stiffness after activity, digestive irregularity, bloating tendency, or variable appetite patterns may occur during stress periods. So we can correlate this with the existing symptom in the patient as well. Then it's going to interpret the lifestyle interpretation, very important lifestyle patterns. It gives you the interpretation along with wellness observation. Below that, you have what is called as advanced energy balancing protocol, which means whatever modality of therapy we do, right, it is going in accordance with that. It will give us an indication of which therapy would be effective at what, depending on the results taken from three scans. So, for example, Guasa therapy focus supportive attention around thoracic spine, lumbar spine, sacrum, and gallbladder related adaptive pathways. So, if you do Guasa with these, then probably the most important weaknesses are going to come down. You can also perform terahertz in so and so areas, right? And one of the very important striking feature of course, um, AI is it can give you general diet suggestions based on the Bible reports, based on the Bible value, not randomly. So here you see what are the beneficial foods you can take. And also this food regulation is based on the region connected with your clinical address. You want, you can change the region as well. So that's not an issue. But most importantly, which food to avoid, that is very important. And it's just a hint. You can, it's a interactive report, so you can go on with further analysis of this. Then you have lifestyle suggestions, right? You have the lifestyle suggestions. So maintain consistent sleep, etc., etc., etc. So all those things, whatever is suggestions, what is given, you have space for your own addition. You can add your own suggestions, and finally the disclaimer. And all this is in a very structured report format. So once you have the report, then right click and simply say print, and you can either save it as a PDF, you can send it as a print, you can save it as a file, whatever is required with proper logo and your clinic name, everything adjusted in the report section. So this gives you a very interactive report, very informative report, right? Now, this is for English. Say I want the same thing, let's say for some other language we take. Let's take some language like Spanish. I don't know Spanish. Okay, the same data is there. I say generate interpretation. Now what this is going to do is, now it had generated English, isn't it? Now, instead of English, it is going to generate Spanish. Of course, the headings will remain the same, names will remain the same, patient name, everything. But whatever interpretation is there, that is going to get converted into Spanish. So here you go. You see there? This is Spanish. This is not English. I don't understand, please, but you can see there. So it's tables will be in English, of course, and you can get all the information in Spanish, right? And it is generating flawlessly this language because it is done by AI, so it's very quick, but it maintains the format. Remember that. So I copy, come back to my application now. I simply say generate report. Here you go. This is a Spanish report. The same thing what we saw in English is converted to Spanish, right? And same thing you see. Everything is retained as it is, and you get it in a Spanish language. That's the beauty of the application. Suppose you want it in multiple languages, right? English and Spanish, you can do that. But only thing is it's going to take some lengthy space, but you can still do that. You can simply add English here. I'll just show you. So you just add English. It doesn't matter if it is caps or non-caps. AI will understand that. I say generate report. Now you see the same thing takes me to the GPT, right? And now I say I give the prompt what is generated by the application. Simply add there. Now you see, though you see English here, in starting everything will be in English. Of course, that's a base language. Here you see repeated energy patterns indicate strong adaptive stress involvement across multiple function systems. Findings suggest reproducible regulations, etc. Till here, it is the English, and below that, it generates a Spanish. So when you take multiple languages, one below the other, it will give. But only thing is the report will be a bit crowded, but you can still give one below other. Uh, and once the whole thing is completed, like this, it's completing that. So advancing protocols and because it has to take two languages now. So there you go. It writes the application, and finally your disclaimer is ready. Copy it, come back to your application, generate report. Now you have, if you see, two languages. You'll be having two languages. Spanish below here, above that you have English. Right? Only thing is the reports are elongated because you have two language, English here, Spanish here. So you see, everywhere it's going to do the same thing. Spanish here, English on the top, and the findings also English and Spanish. So like this, you can generate. There is no limit, unlimited number of reports in unlimited languages, right? So this is about the application, and it gives us a tremendous amount of reporting freedom, and also it gives a lot of interactive reports which can be used in our day-to-day clinical practice. Of course, we have taken care not to involve any type of medical diagnosis or medical terminology in either the reporting or um, the final PDFs, right? So you all can use this application, and to, of course, buy this application, you can just send me a message and I can guide you step by step of how to go about. Thank you very much.